Hi, I'm Bob Falconer, and I'll be teaching a course called The Farther Reaches of IFS, Unattached Burdens and Guides. Some of you may recognize me. I trained or helped train over 1,000 people in IFS now. I've been a program assistant almost 20 times, and I've assisted at many other trainings. But I'm most well known in the IFS world because I co-authored a book with Richard Schwartz, Many Minds Oneself. I got interested in unattached burdens about 8 years ago now. I'd heard of them and basically had an idea of how to deal with them. And this one woman client came and had a very large unattached burden. And that just by knowing sort of some simple basics, we were able to get it out of her system. And she later wrote me that I was the first person to take her seriously when she talked about the non-human within her. And that when she was young, she tried to tell people about this, and she was put in institutions, given a lot of drugs and electroshock, and she just kept quiet about it. I wanted to ignore these things because they didn't fit my worldview. I'd spent decades focused on trauma and the healing of trauma and the psychotherapy of trauma, and these things just seemed to be, they didn't fit, and I wanted to ignore them. But after she told me that, I felt I could not ignore them and had to investigate. I followed her for 8 years, and she still considers that experience life-changing and is very grateful, and she is really flourishing now. Since I expressed a lot of interest in this, I've gotten a lot of referrals from colleagues, and I've been doing a lot of research, and I'm working on a book on this. I find it fascinating, and I don't think we have any answers, any final answers by any means about what these things are or about what guides are. And the reason I focus on unattached burdens first is because I think once we get them out of the way, guides sort of come in quite naturally, and there's much less work involved in accessing guidance. Our class will be 4 meetings of a little over 3 hours each. 3 of them will be devoted to unattached burdens, and the last one will be focused on guides. My basic goal in this is to give you a pragmatic, clinical way to deal with unattached burdens if you meet these in clients or in yourself. So I'm going to focus on pragmatic, clinical ways to deal with these. As we have time, I'll add in cultural context and theories that help us make sense of this phenomenon. Even though right now I don't believe we have an understanding of what they are, but we can have an understanding of how to deal with them. I hope you'll join me in the course. Thank you very much.